Greetings. Hope y'all are doing well wherever you are this wonderful full moon evening. This message, this channel message in which I pre-recorded earlier, I'll play momentarily, is certainly dedicated to divine masculine energy, specifically divine masculines that are awakening, ascending, healing. Okay. Recently, I want to make it clear. This is not going to be for everybody. Please don't take offense. Please don't try to make it fit. Not every masculine is awakening. Not every masculine is healing. Not every masculine is transcending. But there are plenty that are. So this is for the collective of masculine energies that have recently gone through a dark night of the soul, awakening and healing, but is being plummeted with closing out many karmic cycles, a lot of karmic debt, and essentially being hit all at once. And what you're looking at is my distant Reiki session poster, and I have on the mirror effect because twin flames are essentially you and you. It's you and you. The twin flame journey is designed to deal with the self, masculine, feminine energy in oneself first, to ascend, heal, integrate, and merge that properly for the self. Then the bloodlines that they came here to ascend as the chosen of a bloodline. That is their initial purpose. Union is not the ultimate thing. It's the journey. Not every twin makes it in the 3D. It just depends. And so I felt guided to create the mirror effect here because essentially it is always you with you. Twins are aspects. They're usually duality, polarity. One end of one same energy, another end of one same energy. When they are in their shadow and they're not healed, the dynamic is usually a broken empath and a narcissist. Okay, they manifest differently. The broken empath is an over-nurturer, over-giver, over-extender, essentially, though, still seeking the same thing as the narc. The narc chooses not to heal usually, and the narc is about taking. Empaths usually awaken first and heal first because of their nature and the pain. It takes the narcissistic spectrum a little longer because they're able to really, through their shadow and ego, kind of bully their way through and getting their way through manipulation, dominance, and aggression. So when they start to awaken, it's usually all at once, and it can be a lot. And so I wanted to give encouragement to masculines that are actually trying to do this healing work. Okay? But, guys, it's collective channeled message. It's not everybody. Don't take offense. Don't take it personal. And don't try to make it fit. Okay? You'll know your story. You know what your guidance is. If you're a masculine, you know whether or not you are. Don't assume that this is about you. If you know that you're not doing this work, then you know by default that it ain't you. And that's okay. All right? All right. So I hope this resonates, and I hope you enjoy. Love and light. I'm rooting for y'all, divine masculines, because we need more healed masculine energy. First with ourselves, but manifesting in the masculine physical form in this world to partner up with feminine energies that have gone before you. Okay? Hope you enjoy. Greetings and welcome. And thank you for stopping by here on either TikTok or YouTube at The Real Bloom from Within Love. I go by Bloomy. Hope y'all having a wonderful, wonderful day this beautiful February 16th, 2022. This beautiful full moon energy, probably very intense. As you guys can see in this little clip here, you see divine masculine, protect your peace. Protect your peace. Now, I do want to add, it's saying divine masculine because it's referencing a masculine energy, the masculine aspect, right? We all have both divine masculine and feminine energy, but this is pertaining to someone operating primarily in the masculine. Okay, and of course it could be referencing a man as well. I say divine, not in a religious sense. I say divine in a sense that it's a soul, a life of an individual who carnated with a divine purpose, possibly an old soul, starseed, earth angel, whether they are aware of it or not. And because of it, though, they come in dealing with a lot of karmic debt and karmic frequencies, energies, individuals around them immediately. And when they start to awaken, it can be a lot. It can be very overwhelming. It depends on the level of depth, of toxicity, devilish energy that they've, been involved with and that's been projected towards them. The message for the divine masculine in this case is towards a masculine maybe that have recently awakened, meaning they were under the illusions and spells of karmic energy in their own life. They were operating from their shadow aspect, thus in cahoots with those that are of a lower frequency. When we're in our shadow, we attract that a lot. When we refuse to heal and change, we keep recreating it and amplifying it. And we get used to it. It becomes our normal. But these divine masculines I'm referring to have started awakening, and it's a bit of a lot because some of these masculines got a lot of regrets. A part of awakening is you get hit with realizing you see your conduct almost like on an energetic quantum reel, if you will. You see yourself, you see your behavior, you see your conduct, you see your shadow. And when your heart chakra gets activated and you start ascending, it can hit pretty damn hard. It can feel like someone lost in the Twilight Zone, lost in Oz, lost in the in-world apocalypse, Walking Dead. Not to mention the person has to deal with their own inner demons, their healing, trauma bonding, and just life. So this is not a reading. This is a message. Divine masculine. It is important that you protect your peace. This is not about you, dear soul, going towards divine feminine. I know that's what a lot of people want to whisper in your ear. Your karmic friends, your karmic family, your karmic lovers, everything that is familiar to you want to whisper to you. And I want to tell you that it has nothing to do with divine feminine, divine masculine. You're probably starting to understand that it's not always even possible in this lifetime in the 3D for divine feminines and divine masculines to always come together or have a romantic connection. It really depends. The journey was always about love of self. That's the contract. Twins set that contract up to help each other to awaken, to get on the right path, and to have a purpose and a mission, even if they're separated. It's about us healing our wounds and traumas, getting those things in alignment, clearing out that karmic debt. Divine feminine is usually ahead, not always, but usually. And if you can hear divine feminine without being triggered or being convinced by your karmic connections that divine feminines are trying to get you to come to them, then you'll realize that divine feminine is in her wholeness and she is perfectly fine. It was a contract set before incarnation to assist one another. She is actually fulfilling her mission by helping you. So if you can hear this, even if you don't know who your twin is, or if you are in separation, and even if there's never a union again. Divine feminine went ahead of you, and the things that she has learned applies to you. The hardest things to do is to go non-contact with people we're addicted to. The reason why twin flames have a tendency to have that runner-chaser energy is because that's that process of when they don't want to awaken. So they run to what's easier, depending on what your wounding is. In karmic dynamics, the addiction is there because it's attached to your shadow and it's attached to your addictions, your comforts, and your familiarity. If you focus on the 3D, you will forever be tricked by karmics. They are highly sophisticated, highly manipulative, and if they have enough money and connections, they can create whatever illusions that they need to be convincing to you. You're going to have to learn how to follow your higher intuition. Once you've made these decisions, it's important for you to allow yourself to detox as if you were trying to kick heroin, because essentially it's the trauma bonding addiction that you've been running off of. So when you're trying to kick, you only have a few ways to do it. You either go into an institution where they can pump your veins with some stuff while you go through the shakes and everything else, or you can just shrivel it out by yourself. But the one thing you can't do is take the heroin. So you have to go cold turkey at some point in the name of keeping up with your ascension and your healing. The more you talk to karmics and engage, the more they do mindfuckery with you. The more they get in your head, the more they seduce you. Please understand, feminines aren't telling you to not take care of your legalities if you have any. Meaning, of course, if you have child support to pay, of course, so take this with balance. But you do not have to engage beyond professional and necessary required exchanges. Anything shy of that, you're not obligated to do. And even things to do with that, you have the power to start making changes in terms of how that's done. But you're going to have to go cold turkey. And when you're feeling lonely, and when you're feeling sad, and when you're feeling bored, and when you're feeling horny, and when you're feeling all these things, you're going to have to treat it as if your life depends on it, because in some ways it does. The longer you engage with karmic energies, masculine, the longer your life is going to be a shambles. You may attain levels of success, but it will never be fulfilling, and it's going to come at a price you were not prepared to pay. So, feminine had to do this herself. She's not telling you to do anything that she didn't have to herself do and live. She had to cut out family. She had to cut out friends. She had to cut out everything that she once found near and dear in the name of accepting what was true and what was being revealed to her, so that she could heal, so that she could ascend, and so that she could reclaim her power and not have to be at the realms of karmic's fuck shit, spell work, lust, mindfuckery, gaslighting, narcissism. Codependency and sex are two of the main things karmics use to keep control over you. They do spells over your chakras. They do spells. They attempt to poison you. They hook up with your karmic friends and family behind your back. They do all sorts of things to create illusions and to keep you confused and stuck. And this, my friend, will never change. I don't care if they're claiming reformation, if they're claiming they just got saved, if they're crying crocodile tears all to be damned, if they're getting every clergy left on planet Earth to come and talk to you. Karmics will go to any length and extent to confuse you and to keep you trapped. If they see you're becoming spiritual, then they will try to use the spirituality. If they know you're into the lust, they will appeal to every lust that you've ever had. They don't care. They will never. The quicker you can accept this, whether they're your blood or not, whether this is somebody you grew up with or not, whether this is somebody that even helped you out or not. A part of karmic's ways of infiltrating is often with gifts to make people feel obligated to be with them, to accept them, to pay them, to stay with them. Masculine, this is not love. This is manipulation, and it's codependency. As you surrender to your healing journey, as you do all you can to work with your team, it gets easier. But as long as we play in the devil's territory, your life will be in stagnation in hell. When we stay attached to karmic energies, we stay attached to their karma. When we're having sex with karmic energies, we're getting their demons. Their sexual demons, their spiritual demons. And when I say demons, I mean however you want to equate it. It's all energy. But low vibratory frequencies and or beings through those toxic habits and behaviors, they usually have another masculine. I can speak for myself. I know for sure that one of my karmic family members, there's never one. They don't have any issue with sleeping with married men, even in their old age. These are clues to you. It may seem fun and exciting, but it comes at a very great price. Karmics usually lose their souls because they're so focused on this 3D. But masculine, you don't have to judge them. You certainly don't have to judge yourself. Hopefully you stop judging divine feminine. She's used to it now. This is why she has power. She's not affected or bothered. And not in the pretend kind of way that most, even karmics, operate in. But within. Because she knows who she is and she knows her truth. So all of the lies and the fuck shit, she kind of get used to it. Once you gain that power, you stop allowing it to cause you to second guess your reality and second guess what you should do. While you're trying to heal masculine, it's important. Cut off communication with karmics. Ghost. Block. One of the things feminine learned that she had to do was, people got creative, they would call from other numbers and they'd send text messages, especially if they're more lunatic in nature, obsessive. You don't have to open the text, you don't have to read it. It's actually best that when you're still triggered and tender, just delete it. It's not your responsibility to rescue these people. They're gonna try everything under the sun. I'm dying, I'm sick, my mother died, my father died, my kid died. They will, I'm telling you, they have no moral code. None. I'm sick. I'm gonna die. They're gonna die. Please. I'm dying. Right? To appeal to you. Some of these karmics will, it's beyond faking a pregnancy masculine. Some of these karmics don't even have the parts inside to be able to have one. I can say that for sure for my karmic family member. She can't get pregnant. Her stuff got tied up when she had her last kid. I'm not saying that's what they're doing necessarily, but I am sharing this information so that masculines, you guys can know there's nothing they won't do. And if they got people they could pay to do stuff and say stuff, if it's convincing to you, they'll do it. This is why you have to go non-contact. Okay? If you're trying to get a divorce, get your divorce if there's legal issues. Follow suit. Do not seek the advice of your karmic friends and family and people that's head over heels in love with these karmic people. Even if that's your children. Get professional legal advice for yourself. Stop telling everybody all of your business and what you're doing and what you're planning, and seek outside of your immediate circles. And know that you have a right to your peace. You have a right to heal and not have people in your ear constantly in your mind because they want control over you. It's important for you to heal. It's important for you to follow any guidance that you feel Source is giving you, because that's going to dictate your life's path and success. It ain't about if someone else is agreeing to it, even Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine may have her own desire, of course. But if your higher self, Source, and team is telling you to do something regarding Divine Feminine, it'll serve you well to do it, not because of her, but because of you. In honor to you, in honor to Source, and in honor to your path. You're a free will being, and so is Divine Feminine. You guys have a right to continue contract, break contract, be together, not be together. And it's no one else's business. But if there's anything to be made right and you're being guided, it'll serve you to do so, whether your people like it or not. Quite frankly, they don't need to know nothing about it, because the only thing they're going to do is attempt to do spell work. Please understand, spiritual dark practitioners, which is like my sister and those that she connect to, they do this incognito and they won't cease. I mentioned on one of my videos that some individuals need psychiatric evaluation, and you can't make that happen. Divine Feminine had to learn that as well. Divine Feminine decided to learn how to take care of her own psychiatric needs and heal herself, and realizing that that is everyone else's path as well. So masculine, get away from this negative energies in your life. They only are going to slow you down. People that benefit off of you being a freaking drunk and an addict and a criminal and a con artist, get away from those people. People that will sell you out just so they can have a house and a home, no matter what, at all costs, get away from those people. You're not responsible for their lives. They are responsible for their lives. Grown folks, yes, even children past a certain age, absolutely. Free yourself of that guilt. Get to being the best version of yourself, but it means being healthy. And if you're in something toxic and unhappy, and you know it, you have a right to free yourself from it. Okay, masculine? Divine Feminine is going to be fine. She always is and always will be. She's on the go, okay? She's on her path. She's in her abundance. She's in her healing. She is conquering the world, man. In spite of everything that you've done to her and everything all them other current motherfuckers done. She will always be that. She has 9 lives. She's Lucy from the movie. Scarlett Johansson, Morgan Freeman, she's Lucy. The fuck shit created in her a superhuman. And that is the path for you too, masculine, when you are ready to accept and embrace it fully. Okay? Alright, I wish y'all well, masculines. Hang in there. And I do these positivities for masculine sometimes because I know we go in hard on masculine energy. Because masculines are usually slow and they usually dilly-dally way too long in this 3D karmic lust-filled fuck shit. And it's annoying. But there are some of you masculines out there who are actually waking up and trying, and for that, I am honored to send you all some encouragement tonight. Be kind to yourself. Yeah, you need to do your shadow work and continue your healing. But if you surrender to Source and your higher self and follow this guidance, you have a right to a new start in life. Ask for the assistance to close out any karmic cycles with any karmic energies, and you will receive it. But you have to adhere to any guidance you feel you're getting. Okay? I'm really sending y'all love and light and hugs and kisses, okay? Hang in there. Hang in there. And when it gets too tough, hell, masturbate. Shit. You know, let's keep it on the 100 here. Okay? Try not to rely on that too much. But I'll tell you this, feminine has learned to do that. It's better to do that than to put yourself out there and catching all sorts of shit with all of these low vibratory bottom feeders. Okay? Clean your energy up, and I don't care how fine they are. Bottom feeders could have a wonderful store-bought ass and tits. Okay? Hell, it could be wonderful homegrown. Don't matter. The point is, that doesn't mean they're divine or pure or in proper resonance. Honor your body, masculine. Honor your sacral chakra. This is how karmics steal from you. Understand? Okay? I send y'all love and light, and namaste. All right, Divine Masculine. I hope that message served you, and anyone else for that matter. Okay, again, it's gender neutral, so a Divine Masculine can also be in the body of a woman. Divine Feminine can be in the body of a man, so please do not take offense or get stuck. We're simply referring to the principle, father, mother, masculine, feminine, divine masculine, divine feminine, okay, energy. But yes, the overall intent is directed towards those who are primarily here to operate as masculine and who are primarily men, okay? But masculines are action orientated. Masculines often get distorted in so many ways. They get, I don't know how to describe it, but when the conditioning has been wrong, the environments, masculines can slip into feminine energy, not because they're feminine, but because they become codependent. They were conditioned to be that way. They saw their parents that way. They saw relationships play out that way. They were, again, in environments that kind of catered to that type of energy. So some masculines find this out as they start to heal, that, oh, they were operating that way out of their addictions, out of their conditioning, out of the codependencies. Okay. Anyway, that's all for now. And simply take what's yours and leave the rest behind. Follow your own guidance, dudes. You're going to always hear old Bloomy Bloom say that at the end of the day, we all have opinions, including me. I invite people to do their own introspection and their own due diligence to look into things and stop relying on everybody. Okay, readers, healers, whomever, clergy should really only be a guide and confirming within your soul. No human has the right to dictate to you what's your truth and what's right for you. At the end, try to be the best version of yourself and be of integrity towards yourself and everyone else. But choose you. Choose you. I send you guys love and light. Namaste.